Hi everyone, this is Tom from Killer Sudoku almost every day. We've got the difficulty 5 out of 10 Sudoku from Monday 18th of January 21 on the Daily Killer Sudoku website. Average solving time of 28 minutes, so let's take a punt at this together and see where we get to. So first of all, let's start filling in some of these gimmies. So that can only be a 7-9. This can only be an 8-9, and because those 9s in that row, that has to be 8 and 9 in that order. Let's start eliminating some options. So no 8s and 9s can exist in there. No 7s can exist in here. Look, that has to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then we've got everything but a 6 in that row, so a 6 has to go in there. Let's have a look at this. You can see we can highlight these two. So those two will have to add up to 12 at some point. Probably not help yet. Let's take a look down here as well. Noting, of course, that the symmetry is reflection all around the middle. Okay, that's nice. So look, these two rows have to add up to 90. So these two cells here and here have to be a 1, 3, because that's the only way of making 4 with 2 cells. That cannot be a 1 because you can't have a 1 in a combination of 20. So that's the 3, 8, 9, and that's a 1 there. So we can eliminate any that don't have 1 in them. 6, okay, we're not. Yeah, so we can eliminate the 3. So this is a 1, 7 in here. So we can now fill out, what are we missing? We've got a 1, we're missing a 2, we've got a 3, we're missing a 4, 5. So that's a 2, 4, 5. If we look at the combinations here, no, 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 yeah, so it's 2, 4, 5 with a 1 and a 7, making that a 1, 7 pair there. So here we can eliminate the 1, 7 from those two, and there's a 3 in that same square, so we can eliminate that, making this a 2, 6. So what have we got in these cells then? 3, 4, 5, isn't it? Yeah. That's nice because look, 2, 4, 5 already obligatorily in this square, so that cannot be 4 or 5, that has to be 3. So neither of these can be a 3. So let's eliminate options here. So that's either a 269 or a 369 or 378. This one, let's have a look what doesn't have 4 or 5 in it. There's quite a few. 2 options there. Take a 1 out of that. That's me just having a quick drink of tea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a 6, 8, 9 in here at some point. Just filling out the rest of the options in that square. So let's look what options do we have where there's a 4, 5 with either a 6, 8, 9. So 4 and a 9 works, 5 and an 8 works, 4 and an 8 works, 5 and a 7 doesn't work because there's no 7 possible in there, and it also can't be a 2. Same here. 4 with a 3 and a 7 doesn't work. 5 with a 6 does work. But look, we can narrow it slightly further. This cell here would either have to be a 1 or a 2 or a 3 in those combinations, but it can't be a 1 because we've got a 1 and a 7 pair in there, so nothing else in this cell can be a 1 or a 7. So that's a 2, 3 only. So that gives us a little bit of narrowing down. What about down here? 4 with either the 8 or the 9 works, which would make that an 8 or a 9. 5 with the 9 and a 7 works, and there's no possibility of it being a 6. So that looks like that. But this is nice. Look, there's an 8 and a 9 already in this cell, so we can eliminate that. So that's definitely a 7. Means it's got to be 5, 7, 9. So that's definitely a 5, and that's definitely a 9. So we can take 9 out of these two, and we can take 5 out of there, which means that has to have a 4 in it. Oh, we should have already eliminated those two. So it's a 4, 2, 8. Like that. And then we can eliminate the number there. So this is a 3, 6, 9. Okay. What are we missing in here? We're missing a 1 and a 4. Which doesn't help us so very much. 1 and a 4. So it could be either the top or the bottom one. But look, that's interesting. There has to be a 2 in here. Both combinations have a 2, so we can clean that up just a little bit. And of course, look, there's a 6 here. So this can't have a 6 in. 1, 2, so this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. I think. We got. Yep. So what have we got here? We can't have a. Oh no, something's screwed up here, hasn't it? Let's take these back and start again. So that's definitely an 8-9 pair. We're happy with 3, 8, 9 in there. We know we've got to have a 2, 6 pair in here. This has got to be 1, 4. So happy with that. Reset those. If there has to be a... I think I see what I did. All right, so there has to be... So the logic is there has... Can't be 2, 6 because that would eliminate both of those. There has to be a 2 in here. So that has to be that way round. 6 eliminates 6, 7. Yep. So that's... and it can't be 4, 8 because 4, 8 would inviolate both of those. So it's got to be 1, 2, 3, 5, 7. Which doesn't work with the 1, 4. Of course it does, because it could be 1. So it can't be 4, that has to be 1. I see where I've screwed up now. Well, we learn every day. So that cannot have a 5 in it, because the 5 here. So that's not a 5, 8, that's a 4, 9. There we go. So we can take a 4, 9 out of there. Let's have a look at this. 1. Can't have a 2 or a 4 in it. That's got to be a 3, 7. Here we can take out the 1 and the 3 and the 7. That can only be 2, 5. So we can't have a 6, 7 because of that 3, 7, making this a 5, 8. And then finally we can take out the 2s for that 2. And we can take out the, if it's got to have a 4 in it, it's got to be 1, 4, 6. We can take out the 3, 7. So this is a 1, 6. Clearing out the 1s. Here we can eliminate 1, 3, 5, 7. 3, 7, 7 and 5. So there's still 2 options here. What are we missing in this cell? We've got 1. So we don't know where 2 and 5 go. So it's 2, 5, 8, isn't it? We've got 3, 4. Oh, we still need a 6 somewhere. Still quite a lot of unknowns in this cell. Okay, we'll come to that. Now then, what about these two? We add all these cells up, take away the 9 gives us 125, so these two have to add up to 10. So it can be, it could be 2 8, and it can be 4 6, which is nice because you've got 2 8 and 4 6 as the options in here alongside the 9. Which is basically all of the options. It doesn't help us too much right now. Except, thanks to this 9, we can eliminate any choices with 9 in. Just eliminate some options. This is 2 4 clears these up. Can't have any 9s in here, thanks to that 9. Or there. Can't have the 7 there. What about the same sum up here? 132 minus 8 gives us 124. So those two have to add up to 11, which basically could be almost any two numbers in the game, so that doesn't help us very much either right now. Just now in one of those situations where you feel like there's one little breakthrough just needed and then you are going to be home sailing. So it's just a case of just looking through, grinding out the logic and waiting for the solutions to hit. Okay, here we go. This is when we looked at the start, right? So these two add up to 90, so that cell and that cell have to add up to 12. There's only one way to make 12 because we couldn't have 11 in this cell here. That's going to have to be a 5 and that's going to have to be a 7. There we go, that's going to help. So if there's a 5, there's only one way of having a 5 in here, which is a 2 4 there. Eliminate a 4 from that, and a 4 from that. What does this 5 give us? Not so very much. We can take 2 4 5 out of that, so that's a 1 3. This is interesting. Look, let's look at this column. What are we missing? We've got 1s, we've got 2, we've got a 3 option of a 3 and a 4. We've got a 5 there, obviously. We've got a 7 and 9. There's no 6 and 8. So 6 and 8 are going to have to appear in here. There's only one way of getting 6 and 8 in there, which is a 3 6 8 combo. That can't be 3 and 6, making it an 8. So neither of those can be 8. Eliminate 3 6 8 because you can't have 3 6 8 in that all in there because you couldn't have 3 6 and 8 in those remaining two squares. You can take that one out. Not very helpful. How about here? You can take that one out as well. Take a similar approach. So here there has to be a 1, although at the moment we don't know if it's going to appear in that square or this square. So we can eliminate those options. What else are we missing? Take that out for a moment. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We need a 5 in there, don't we? Can't be there, so it's got to have a 5 in. Take those out. Got to have a 6 in. But then we can't get any closer. Oh, and it can have an 8 in because the 8 could pop up in here or here. So I've got that down to so it could be that one. 3 and 6 could be the ones outside. No, either of those would work. No, they wouldn't. It can't be 3 and 7. Can't have 3 and 7 in that row, because if we did, it would make that cell impossible. There we go. So this is 1, 2, 5, 6, 8. So let's clear some out. So that can't be 2 or 5 because of those. This can't be 6 or 8 thanks to that. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 5. So that's not going to be a 1 either. That's not going to be 1, 2, 5. Because once you've got the 1, 2, 5 triplet in there, it can only exist there. Okay. So, okay, 1, 2, 5. So what are we missing here? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9 is missing. So 9s can't go there. So 4, 7, 9. How many combinations in here have got 4, 7, 9 in them? Let's kill the ones that don't end in 9 for a start. No 4, no 4, no 4, no 4, 7. 4, 7, 9, that's the only one. So we've got 2, 3 here. Okay. I think that might be the breakthrough we needed. There's the 1, 5. We can take the 2s out of there. The 1, 5 also means with the 2 can't be 2, 5 in there. So that take the 4s out. What about that one? What options did we have? What's missing in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That row's not got an 8 in it. There's got to be one of those two. And it can't be that one, look, because if we're putting an 8 up here, we can't have either 3 or 7 here, then it can't be that. So this is a 4, 6, 8, sorry about that. With 8 definitely in there, together with either 4 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And up here, this is all looking really messy right now. Let's see if we can, okay, so 4 can't exist in there, so that's a 6, 8 pair. That gives us some here, 3 and 6, which in turn gives us 2 and 3, which in turn gives us 2 and 5, which in turn gives us 5 and 1, which in turn gives us 1 and 7. So that's a bit tidier, isn't it? 1, 2, 3. So now we're missing a 4, 7 in that box. You can see a lot more closely. It means it has to be 3, 4, 7. So we stick a 3 up here, which eventually lets us clean up here. We could have done anyway. It's got to be a 1, 6, 9. Thanks to that 7. 1, 6, 9. So you're not a 6, you're an 8. You're not an 8, you're a 6. 9s can't exist in there. That can only be a 1 or a 6. 3 in here. No 3 is allowed there. 2 and 4 there, so that can only be a 3, 5. What else is missing in that column? It's just going to be another 3, 5 pair, isn't it? Okay, so let's do a bit of tidying. 2 and 4 gives us 4 and 9, gives us 9 and 7, gives us 7, excuse me, gives us 7 and 3. Okay, so now we can say definitively it can't have 4 6s, so this is 2, 8, 9, no 9 there, no 2 there. Okay. That can be a 1 or a 3 or a 6, but it can't be a 1 because there's no possible combination. So that's a 3 or a 6, making that a 5 or an 8. I'm sure we'll get to clear that up in just a moment. Sometimes it's just a case of finding a place to start clearing, and lots of them start to fall. So we can't have 4s here, which is interesting now because in there the only place that 4 can legitimately exist is that one. So he's a 4. Doesn't give us anything else. Okay, so this has got to have a 7 in, and that 7 means it has to be there. So if that's a 3, 5, 7, this makes that a 6, 8. Okay, so we can clear 7s out of there thanks to those 2 7s, so that's got to be a 7. This one really is a bit of a grind, isn't it? Ah, look, 6, 8 pair in that column. That can't be a 6, that's got to be a 1. 1, 6, so we can give that 6, 8, and 6, 8. Oh, that's a 3. My apologies, therefore that can't be a 3, therefore that can't be an 8. So you can't be a 6, and you can't be a 1, so you can't be a 3. And that all adds up nicely. Okay. Nothing for those yet. That 5 gives us a 5, 1 here. 5 also clears up those 2. 8 gives us the 9, takes that 9 away. 5 takes that away, gives us that. Therefore, that can't be an 8, it's a 2. Therefore, you can't be a 2. Ah, 3, 5, 5, 3. So we've got a 1 and a 5 in this column, so that can't be there. 2 and a 5 there. 1, 1 and a 6 makes that not a 9. Makes it a 9 rather, and 1 and a 9 there. Wah! There we go. That was, wow, that was an average, harder than average 5 out of 10, I think. I might be a bit slower because I'm explaining, and also because honestly, I think the videoing process kind of slows things down a bit. But yeah, there we go. That's how to solve today's 5 out of 10 puzzle. Hope you enjoyed it and found it interesting. If you like this, please subscribe for more, and feel free to share the channel with any of your Sudoku enjoying friends. Thanks a lot and have a great day.